Hi there. My name is David Braun. I work with an organization called United for Action and also work with New Yorkers Against Fracking, a new coalition to ban fracking here in New York State. I'm curious to see if some of the new report that the DEC puts out includes some of the expert testimony that has been included here today. If it doesn't, I think it calls into question the basis of what our democracy may be founded on and the political system that we're working in. It would certainly be unfortunate to demonstrate our democracy and this whole political system that we're engaging in to be a sham. I mean, I find it somewhat interesting that we haven't even been asked whether we actually want this or not. We're actually just being able to be funneled into what regulations we can try and argue for or against. And in the end, it seems like none of whatever we weigh in on is actually being included. So I think that there's a strong feeling among many New Yorkers that are actually not standing to financially benefit from this, that this process is a bit of a sham, and it would be unfortunate if hydrofracking were to move forward. I want to thank you very much for your efforts and all you're doing to call attention to this issue, for the ban bill, and for everything else that you're doing. Thank you and God bless you. Without you in the Senate minority, I don't know where we would be. I want to just highlight a couple of things. There are truly hundreds of reasons not to do this practice. We're hearing them all highlighted today, tenfold. I mean, I think we probably heard more than 100 reasons, and we'll be hearing more if we just keep digging into this whole thing. So it's, to me, bizarre that this could actually even be considered. Last night, United for Action held with great many other co-sponsors, held a forum at the Ethical Culture Society on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. It was called Frackonomics, and we included Jeanette Barth, who spoke earlier today, and Deborah Rogers, who is a financial consultant and has appeared in articles in the New York Times and in Rolling Stone. And also Al Appleton, the former DEP commissioner, and I just want to give some highlights of the things that they mentioned in the economic discussion. I think it's noteworthy to appreciate that 600 people attended the event last night. 80% of the wells are not profitable. 20% of the wells actually cover the drilling costs. So that means that the promises that have been made to the New Yorkers who think that they're going to strike it rich won't actually happen. Jeanette Barth mentioned that the jobs are not there. The industry claims that 88,000 jobs were created in Pennsylvania after her analysis. 6,600 net jobs over 3 years were created. Deborah Rogers talked about boom and bust. They are worse off in Texas, where in places where this drilling has been going on after the drilling is finished than they were before. From an economic standpoint, Al Appleton spoke about how fracking will suck the wealth out of New York State and transfer it to the gas companies. Al Appleton also spoke about how can an industry that is not making money be of economic benefit to the state of New York. Al Appleton also spoke about how he could potentially write regulations that may actually serve to regulate correctly, or he didn't say safely. But this would just be simply something on paper. The enforcement of it would actually never occur because we would never actually hire enough people to enforce the regulations. And of course, the industry would never abide by it, and they always cut corners. That's what they've demonstrated time and time again. There is no reason that they'd actually change because it would be unprofitable for them to actually adhere to any sort of regulations. And because of this, Al Appleton, the former DEP commissioner, said that we need to ban hydraulic fracturing.